serious? Do people genuinely believe that the value of crypto will skyrocket and they'll be rich? Throughout this sub and pretty much every crypto-related sub, you see people making comments that they believe they'll be rich from crypto. I can never really tell if this is a truly held belief or just a continuation of a meme. So I thought I'd ask here with a serious tag and try to see how people genuinely feel. And to clarify, I'm not talking about crypto going to X. I'm talking about people who think they can put in a couple of grand and they'll have more than enough to retire with a yacht. To me, even if you put all of the utility arguments aside and assume it'll be widely used, I just can't see large numbers of people becoming hugely rich while doing absolutely nothing beyond buying in and waiting. The value has to come from somewhere. In the beginning, the value came from people buying in, and some people did indeed get rich. But it feels like the threshold for that has been long crossed. And there are simply too many people bought in already for there to be enough scope left in it for gains of that scale. But that said, I'm very much open to hearing opposing views and the thought process that leads to those. Ideally, it'd be good if everyone can openly voice their true views without getting downvoted by people who hold a different one. So I ask that where possible you reserve comment downvotes for comments that are not good contributions to the discussion rather than view you disagree with. And to clarify, I'm not talking about crypto going to X. I'm talking about people who think they can put in a couple of grand and they'll have more than enough to retire with a yacht. Well, in that case, no. I don't see crypto making me rich, but I do believe it will help me buy a house and that I'd still need to work full-time to maintain it. But that'd be a huge quality of life improvement, as I currently do not own a house, work full-time a weekend job. My total crypto outlay is about $8,000. I'm not expecting to be a millionaire, but if the next bull market is anything like the last one, I'll be able to pay off my student loans. I personally don't think I'll get rich from my crypto investments unless getting insanely lucky on a shitcoin gamble. However, I still have some hope that over the long term its value will grow faster than inflation and that I'll get decent returns, and more than returns, from SP 500 World ETFs. That being said, I'm not putting all my net worth into crypto. What crypto taught me was mostly that I can save my money in an asset that will contain and partly increase its value in a very consistent manner over a long period of time. I used to be the guy that thought I should spend all my money before the inflation ate it up. Crypto gave me a chance to save my money while retaining its value against fiat, and even increase it over a long period of time. It was a big eye-opener and has had a profound impact on my life. It does not have to skyrocket. It just needs to keep up with inflation. Everything else is a plus. The value has to come from somewhere. The value will come from those who panic sold and will FOMO buy once the market starts pumping. I think it is reasonable that BTC and ETH will each be 10-20x their current value. Now, that means, even if you put $100,000 into it today, you'd end up with $1.2M. Maybe that's enough for you to retire given your lifestyle and age. But if you're my age, young, and live in an expensive US city, it's not. So, no, I don't look at crypto investments as a path to unlimited wealth. I look at it as an opportunity to build a reliable nest egg that makes it so I don't have to eat shit or take disrespect from my employer. I'll keep working and living within my means, knowing that the roof won't cave in if I lose my job. I heard about Bitcoin when it was worth less than a cent. I thought about buying a few in case it went crazy and hit $1 coin. But I figured there was no chance in hell that would happen. Then it hit $1. Then $5. And I figured I had missed the boat and there was no way it could go higher. Then it hit $100. Then $1,000 shortly after. And I knew for sure I was an idiot that had missed the chance of a lifetime. And on and on. You all know what happened. I don't think the price of crypto will go any higher. But history has proven that I'm always wrong. So this time I'll at least get to ride the wave a bit if I'm wrong again. I think if you define rich down to something more reasonable, like life-changing money or financial independence, then yes, you can definitely get rich with crypto. No, but if it does move up 10x or the like, I can pay off student loans and maybe have more of a down payment for a house. And that's what I'm looking for. Edit. And if it goes to zero, I'll retire when I plan to retire. IDCA here. But at a much lower amount than I do any other investment. BC. This is pure speculation. If they haven't experienced a bear market yet, probably. After going numb for a couple of months, I guess you end up realizing the chances of getting rich are way smaller than you were imagining. I'm happy if I can outperform stocks and preserve wealth. I've come to terms I probably won't see gains like I did in 2021, so trying to be smart and reasonable with expectations. I'll be able to acquire Lambo, but probably not the $10 million I need for a house on Thermal's racetrack. At this point, bro, I'm just trying to get green again. My crypto portfolio is down like 60 since early 2022 with no signs of recovery. Lol. At this point I have to stay in. To get rich in crypto these days you need to put 6 figures minimum to have chance to get there in 2-3 years. With 5-4 figures it will take you many more years, and even then that's if your trades are well timed. The days of putting low amounts and making it is really over. You have to put big amounts of capital. Sorry for those in this category, but you are too late. Also, how do you think people get rich in general? It's usually buying something and waiting. Lol. Throwing a few bucks at an established coin token won't do much of anything. Maybe 1 by 10x during a bull run. Throwing a few hundred to a few thousand at a high risk new token is gambling, but could pay off anywhere from 1 by 100x. Then there's the unicorn token that gets a massive pump anywhere from 10 by 1000x. Then there's your super duper unicorn token that everyone jumps into like Doge, Sheep, and Pepe, that 10,000 by 1mx. All you need is one. Yes, everything in life moves in cycles. From your breathing to the waves of the sea and the planet's orbit, to popular music and the markets. Once the bull cycle starts again, we'll see FOMO and hysteria once again. Even the NFT craze will be back in full swing. As well as meme coins. For better or for worse. There is no universe in my mind where this is not true. But it feels like the threshold for that has been long crossed. And there are simply too many people bought in already for there to be enough scope left in it for gains of that scale. Why does it feel like this? Crypto is still extremely early. Very few people around the world own crypto. If it becomes widely adopted, it could easily 10x from what it is now. However, very few people believe that investing in crypto will allow them to retire off a couple of grand. At best I am hoping for 10x. But I will be very happy for anything above 5x. 10x on my portfolio, not BTC. On mobile, so want to keep this brief. Think about market cap, population holding some form of crypto, and the future economic levers. Too much to unpack, but suffice it to say we are all early. Fiat currency is not even that old compared to civilization.